Welcome one and all to the spectacular sights of Spielberg for round 6 of the fourth and final 2025 virtual Formula 2 season. We're here in Austria, it's the Red Bull Ring, and it's another spectacular weekend of racing ready to await us here in this magnificent Styrian spectacle. Before we get into the first race of two this weekend, here is the starting grid. Callum Foysen in the rolling is on pole position on the wet tyres. Everyone's on wet tyres, ladies and gentlemen, because as you can see, it is wet. But it's Foysen on pole for the first time this season, and Jack Crawford, the reigning champion, alongside him on the front row. Alex Dunn, the season 1 champion and the man second in the championship, third on the grid in the McLaren livery Rodin. He's got Rotema Miata fourth on the grid behind him. Then it's Kush Miney and Victor Martins, 5th and 6th alongside each other on row 3. What can they do from there? Roman Stanek is 7th on the grid, 4 in Victor, and Gabriele Mini is 8th on the grid in the Alpine liveried Prema. Arvid Lindblad, our championship leader, our runaway championship leader, leading by 80 points coming into this weekend. He'll be looking to extend that lead even more. He will start 9th for both races this weekend, and Joshua Dirksen completing the top 10 behind him. Completing the rest of the grid, we have Leo Fornaroli, Kian Shields, Sebastian Montoya, Pepe Marti, Rafael Villagomez, Dino Beganovic, Richard Verschaw, Sally Megatuniv, Ollie Gerfer, John Bennett, Max Esterson, and Luke Browning complete the grid for both races here at the Red Bull Ring. And now it's time to race in the wet, and we're expecting it to dry up later on in the race, so who knows what can happen in Virtual F2. We're about to find out. Strap yourselves in. This sprint race is going to be a fun one. Here we go then. Get ready for fun in Austria. Lights out immediately. Here in Austria, a great getaway for Callum Foysen from pole, but you can see Alex Dunn is going to track around the outside of both him and Crawford into turn 1. Bit of a contact there between Crawford and Foysen. That looks to be damage for Jack Crawford. Yeah, damage on the front left end plate for Crawford as it's 3 abreast between Miney, Miata and Lindblad about the 4th there. Dunbar in the lead, but Crawford has definitely got damage there. And there goes Arvid Lindblad diving down the inside of not 1, not 2, but 3 cars into turn 3. What a move from Arvid Lindblad, already up to 3rd. And it's all over the back of Foysen for P2. You can see on board with the Red Bull Junior. He'll be looking to the outside of Foysen in turn 4, and he does though. Round the outside, going into turn 4, Arvid Lindblad already up to 2nd place. What a start for the Campos driver. He's now all over the back of Alex Dunn, the man who's trying to chase him down in this championship battle. We're on board with Arvid Lindblad, who's got DRS. He's gaining on Alex Dunn. He's going to try and go round the outside into turn 3. Can he get the car stopped before it gets to the corner? He can, you know. He's got through round the outside. And that is a spectacular start for Arvid Lindblad. He leads once again in Virtual F2, going from 9th on the grid to the lead after a lap and a half here in Austria. Are we going to see a swap between the two Rodins? Foysen looking to go round the outside of Alex Dunn into turn 3. Dunn has the inside line, but Foysen sweeps off from the outside line, does the up and under, and Callum Foysen takes 2nd place ahead of his teammate. Crawford's really struggling with that damage, as here goes Rotema Miata around the outside of him, and that's 5th place for the Japanese driver. Crawford's really struggling with that damage. Nothing he can do there against Miata. Oh, Callum Foysen's coming into the pits then. I believe he thinks it's dry enough for slick tyres. That's exactly what he's coming in for. There are slick tyres waiting for him in the road in pit lane. This is going to be absolutely brilliant to see what happens now. Foysen will be looking to see if he can put pressure on Lindblad on slick tyres, but Lindblad's got a comfortable lead so far overdone, and Foysen on the slick tyres, good stop. There are others behind it that are coming in. I can see Miata is in, and surely Miney, Mini, and the likes of Crawford are in too. Yeah, both dams are coming to make a double start. This is going to really hurt Jack Crawford's race. As Foysen comes out on the slick tyres, he will come out behind Ollie Gerfer, will he? And just ahead of Luke Browning, or side by side with Luke Browning, is coming into turn 3. Foysen, I believe, is going to be behind Browning. Yes, he is. Down to turn 3. And if Foysen gets held up as he goes down the inside of Browning into turn 3, does the slick tyre get past the man on west? No. Foysen sticks behind Browning. What's going to happen now when the guys ahead come in? There is Armin Lindblad. Is he going to come into the pits? I'm sure he will. Box this lap, mate. Box this lap. Copy. And he is coming in. He has responded to Voisin's pit stop here. This needs to be perfect for Armin Lindblad driving onto the grass, going into the pit lane entry. But he's managed to slow the car down in time. And Dunn's coming in too. Surely Martins, Forneroli, Shields, Gerber, Browning and co will come into the pits. Will this be close between Lindblad and Voisin though? I think Lindblad will still be in a comfortable lead because he has been so rapid in this race. Well, it's just like he has been the whole season so far, I should say. But yeah, I think he should get out ahead of Voisin. He's coming out of the pit lane now. There's Voisin in the background. Lindblad is clear in the lead. Yep, Armin Lindblad is going to hold on to the lead in the Red Bull liveried Campos, Red Bull's home turf. Lindblad is still in the lead, and he's looking good to give Red Bull kind of a win, since he's a Red Bull Junior for that team. But there's still a long way to go. We're just over 11 laps away from the end, but Lindblad so far has this win covered as he heads to the end now on slicks. Oh, who's that? Is that Marty? Yeah, it is. Pepe Marty is slowing down. Oh no, Pepe Marty was running in the top 10, and that is a huge shame for the young Spaniard, racing in Formula E in real life, racing in F2 virtually. But that is Pepe Marty out of the sprint race here in Austria. Yeah, something went wrong with the car. I have to stop. Okay, sorry for your Pepe. Ah, can't believe it. We have started the final lap, and look at Kushmani. He's going to snag the podium away from Alex Dunn on the outside into turn one. Kushmani says, "Thank you very much, Alex Dunn. I'll take third place." He gets DRS to pull away from him. Kushmani moves up into third place. Great move from Miney. He is now going to pull away from Dunn to hold on to this final place on the podium. As out in front, it looks like it is going to be a home win for a Red Bull Junior, and it's none other than our championship leader who's going to take yet another dominant victory. This is why he's dominating this championship by driving with pure skill and driving skill for the young Brit, racing for VCARB in Formula 1 in 2026. He's going to be another win for Armin Lindblad and edge himself even closer to that championship as he sees the checkered flag now. It's 10 wins in succession, a perfect 10 out of 10 for Armin Lindblad as he takes the sprint at the Red Bull Ring. Callum Voisin will take second for Rodin, and Kushmani on the getting past Alex Dunn on the last lap will take the final place on the podium. But Armin Lindblad has done it once again in this championship. He takes the win and makes it 10 in a row. What a season he is having. Yes, mate. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Bravo, Armin. Truly magnificent. Haha, we won at Red Bull's home. Yeah, thanks everyone. Nice to win at the team's home. Feels amazing. But yeah, let's see what we can do tomorrow. We'll definitely get another double from here. Thanks everyone. Let's give it up. Another win of dominant fashion for Armin Lindblad. He beats home Callum Boyd and his fellow Brit second, and Kushmani, after getting past Alex Dunn on the very last lap of the race, nabs a podium for the Dams team. Dunn will miss out on it as he finishes in fourth, and Ratomo Miato in fifth, and Joshua Dirksen, a good sixth place for him for the AAX team. Victor Martins and Roman Stanek complete the point scorers. Gabriele Mini must have made a mistake on the final lap. That's why he lost 3 positions. He was running in 6th because he made a mistake on the final lap. But anyway, in the championship standings, 86 the championship gap is now between Lindblad and Dunn. You always get the feeling, I don't think anyone's going to catch up with Lindblad at this stage. Lindblad is looking like he's got his championship in the bag already. Of course, we're still far away from the end of the season in Abu Dhabi, but so far, it's looking good for Lindblad and for Campos, who have a 54-point lead in the team's championship over Rodin. And like I said, anything can happen because it's still a long way to the end. But that is our sprint race done here in Austria, and we're set for the feature race tomorrow at this magnificent Styrian Mountains. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Make sure to join us tomorrow for the feature race here in Austria when Virtual F2 returns.